Until you get round to re-establishing proper preventive policing, as it was originally designed by Robert Peel and the early Metropolitan Commissioners, which can be done and is actually cheaper than what we have now, then this will get worse. And it will be guns in 10 years' time. We'll be saying, shall we be arming special constables with Glocks? Because otherwise it'll be too dangerous for them to go on the streets. If you want to stop it happening, change the policy. If you want it to carry on getting worse, carry on doing what you're doing.
Joe?
Well, I agree with Peter. You've got to tackle the root cause. You know, my son is a paramedic. They're not armed. The number of times that he and his crewmates have been assaulted really, really violently, and quite often in positions or in situations where it's behind closed doors in somebody's house. It's not on the street. They're not armed. They wouldn't want to be armed, and neither should they. And their first duty is to protect life, to save life, and to take people to hospital. So,
but they would be supported by the police officers. So
yes, but the police officers aren't always there when this is happening. You know, an ambulance will be quite often the first call. So the point is, you don't necessarily have to be armed. I don't have a problem per se with this. It is with the authorisation of a senior officer. It is also after certain training. But, you know, volunteer community support officers, however terrific they are, what they're doing is what Peter's arguing, which is providing the visible presence. But to be perfectly honest, in many, many cases, they are just wandering about. I mean, the town I live in, we don't even have a police station. Lots of places don't have a police station. And if you see a police officer, you think there's a fancy dress party. And I know that sounds facetious, but you don't see police officers walking around, that thing of getting to know people. Now, I know, you know, they're overstretched, they're under-resourced, but certainly in rural communities where people don't bother to report crime, a taser's not going to make the difference.